This is a funny little hack for producers. Funny title. I'm going to call this Producers Video Editing Sine Wave Hack. What am I talking about? So this is a little inside thing that I came up with for producers that are teaching, like if you got tutorials and that kind of thing. And when you do tutorials, when you edit, it can be a monster. So I came up with a quick little hack, and as funny as this sounds, this will allow for less edits because you'll be able to keep the camera rolling even when you have interruptions or when you got a break, even just to use the bathroom. So here you go. All right, I hope it's useful. So I'm working on a song right now that I'm doing a production vlog to, and I know it might be a little bit lengthy. So what I'm going to do is reach out to youtube.com, and I'm going to grab a sine wave and I'm going to put it in here, so that way every time I need to take a break, or if I have some kind of interruption, or I just need to do a retake, I can trigger this sine wave, let it play into the screen capturing video that I'm doing right now, and voila, when my editor listens to it, or if I'm editing the video, when I listen to it, then, I'm sorry, if it's a lengthy video, before I listen to it, I can just look at the wave file, and everywhere where producers and engineers, you know what I'm talking about when I say this, everywhere there is a long, straight, wave pattern that's going to be pretty flat on the top and bottom, because I'm going to get just a sound wave, so it's going to be a pure sound. Anywhere you see that, you already know where to edit, and so voila, more than likely half of your edits are done, or at least for the longer vlogs or the longer videos that you do, the hour or the half an hour or more, you'll be able to have something simple to chop. Anyway, let's get to it. Maybe it'll make sense for those that'll listen. That it doesn't make sense, it might make sense in a few seconds. So let me pop on over here to YouTube, and I want to find a sine wave. And I really just need something that's steady. Okay, let's see. This is a 1 hour sine wave. Let's see what this is about. We don't need an hour. So I probably can use that sound there, because I just need something that's steady. And again, I apologize if that was loud in your ears. I tried to get my volume right. Let's see. That's better. Okay, so from here, and I could have grabbed a sound effect, but I just want to grab one offline because it'd be easier. From here, I'm going to go and I'm going to download MP3 from YouTube, because I just need this sound. I'm going to go here. Hopefully this first one works. Sometimes they can be a little finicky. They're going to throw a bunch of ads up sometimes and all that kind of crazy stuff. And when that happens, don't click on anything. Literally just X out of it. And there's your download. All right. Oh, and one other thing too, if you hear me pause as far as my talking for 2, 3, 4 seconds, it's because I'm turning off my mic so that I can cough or clear my throat or sneeze or yell and scream at someone for making too much noise in the other room while I'm recording a video. Just kidding. Alrighty, so this is 100% done, and maybe not because it says 100, but I don't see anything moving. Let's just give it a few more seconds and it should be finished converting. Oh, you know what? I just realized, I got an hour-long file. Let's not do that, because that file is too long. All I need is something shorter. Let's see what this is about. No, that's an actual song. Let's try sine wave sound. Let's see this one. Oh no. Oh my goodness. I hope your dog or cat didn't just completely lose their minds. Why can't I just find a basic sine wave? This is crazy. Everything but sine. Let's do sine wave sound. Okay. Let's see this.
I am going to demonstrate the difference in sound texture.
No, we don't want you to demonstrate. Oh my goodness. I can't believe this. Okay. It seems like the only one. Let's try this. There we go. There we go. Whew. I knew something. This should have 1.5 billion views. Because I know I'm not the only person looking for this and not needing it to be a 2-year long video. Okay, let's go back to where we were. Let's convert this. And let's not touch anything here again. Or if you do, at your own risk. Usually just a bunch of crazy advertisements. All right, so this is done. I'm going to download this file. I'm going to save it to my desktop to make it really simple and easy. I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to go here. What was that called? 300. Starts with 300. Then I'm going to go here. I'm going to import this 300. Now, of course, this means that if you're whatever DAW you're working in, you're going to have to put this in there, of course. Let's try 300 HZ. But, you know, if you throw it in there real quick, do a quick import anytime you're going to record a video as a tutorial, then you have a nice little nifty weird trick for edits. Okay, so basically in practicality, this is what we're looking at. This is the, let's see, let me get out of this. This is the song I'm working on right now. Just to let you hear like what would be happening musically. Okay, so right now I'm in the midst of a tutorial. The funny thing is, this is a tutorial about a tutorial. But say I was recording a tutorial right now and I'm editing, I'm listening to the music, I'm talking about production techniques, whatever. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of it, I have to answer my door, or I have to leave out, or I have to do something. And I don't want to stop the recording and have multiple videos. That just makes for more editing mess. What I can do, since right now my screen capture is capturing the output of my DAW, and I've got my microphone going through my interface, I got my music all in here, and so I'm good to go. The only thing I don't have, by the way, and this is not as far as this tutorial, but I don't have my little camera face me so you guys can see my subjectively lovely face. Anyway, future video. So with that being said, at this point, I'm in the middle of my tutorial and then I need to take a break. The thing is, okay, yeah, you can look at a flat line and say, okay, those were big gaps in time. But sometimes it might not be that, because sometimes those big gaps in time might literally be me just maybe editing. So editing makes no noise. Zero noise at all. Just sliding around notes. And I might not be saying anything. So you can't tell, when you're looking at a waveform, you can't tell the difference between, let's see if I can find I don't have one wave file in here, so I'm MIDI. You can't tell the difference between silence because of a break or not. So anyway, here's the sine wave. And here's how I think this comes in handy. If I needed to take a break, then all I have to do is just solo this track. And basically, let me go check out the track first. All right. The one thing that I need to do, and I'll do it in this session, is I need to make a much longer version of this. So I'm going to repeat this, let's say 20 times. How long is that? That's 9 minutes. I can't imagine that I need a file over 9 minutes. So let's just make that, let's just use that, 9 minutes. Okay, this will be the file I'll export. In fact, maybe I'll even just export this and have it as a file for you to download. Stay tuned for that. We'll see. Okay, but with that, I need to take a break. So what I can do, I'm teaching, I'm working on something, I'm recording, and everything is going well. Then all of a sudden, oh no, I need to take a break. What I can do is go ahead and solo this, and then from here, now I can make this longer for the session. I probably need to make this about 30 minutes. So that way, anywhere where I'm in the session, I can do it. But here, I can go back to the beginning. I can just go ahead and let's make this, whoops. Let's make it a new file. And what I'm doing here is just making a bunch of repeats out of this tone, so that way I can make one longer file. There's other ways to do this, but I find it this is the easiest. Okay. So now, when I need to take a break, I'll just solo this track and let this baby rip. Let's take this out. Okay. So I just let this rip. Now, right now, while this tone is playing, I have officially left the building. Or I'm doing something else and I just don't want to pause the video, because for editing purposes, I just want it to be one long video. And this also helps because if you need to, say you mess up in the middle of a tutorial video and you need to do a retake, well, you can just you can just play this for say 10 seconds. Maybe check a Facebook notification or Instagram post. And then stop it and then go to the next thing. What this equals, and maybe I have to just add this to the video, what this equals when you look back at the wave form of your video that you're going to edit, when you drop your video into iMovie or you drop it into Final Cut, then what you come up with is a WAV file under the video that has a contour that goes up and down and all around. What you'll see in the middle of that contour is this. You'll see, and I should have actually done this with this file. Just I'll do it now. So if I make this louder, this is what you'll see. So in the middle of your WAV file, you got, say you're in iMovie, and of course my iMovie doesn't want to open up properly right now. Everything's going wrong in this tutorial video. So if you were, oh, actually it was. Okay, so if you're looking at the video, and the video is here in iMovie over top, and then you're looking at the WAV file down the bottom, you will see contour in the WAV file. Let me shut that down. You will see contour in the WAV file. It'll go up and down. It'll be small and it'll be loud. It'll be all the things that happens. Like right now, as I'm talking, I'm creating a waveform. Every time I speak, there's a hump. Every time I'm quiet, there's a flat line. And so you'll see this. You'll see a number of these, depending on how many breaks you take or how many times you need to do retakes, in the middle of the file. And let's see if we can go here to try to make it. Come on. What's going on? Okay. So basically here, and this is me, here your file will look like this. There'll be contour going up and down like this. And then all of a sudden, in the places where you take a break, you'll see this. And so what that allows is, if I did it, I'd have to actually demonstrate by finishing this video and then taking it and put it. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. But the point of it is that from an editing perspective, when you look down at this waveform, you'll see the contour and then you'll see the flat lines. And what that allow you to do is to just go straight to those places where there's flat lines. Say this was a flat line. This is about as close as we can get. Then you would go here within this, and you would go ahead and just get this out of here right off the bat, because you'd be able to see by the waveform that that was an edit point. And so I think that this is just a little hack that helps in long form tutorials that last over a half an hour, over 45 minutes, over an hour, where you're going to naturally take breaks, but you don't want to make multiple videos. So, you know, for what it's worth, maybe this was insightful, maybe this was crazy and foolish, but either way, I thought it might be helpful to someone. So drop a line if you dig it, and let me know what you think. Either way. All right. Thanks a lot.